and you're already sweating through your underwear. What's up, guys? It's Mike, the Smokin Monkey, and I hope you're having a great day, because it's the last few days of the season and you've got to get out here and enjoy it, man. And the leaves are turning beautiful colors. Pretty soon all this green is going to be orange, red, yellow, all kinds of awesome vibrant colors. Just wait, I'm going to show you guys some awesome rides this fall. Couple more weeks and it's going to be looking really sweet out here. But that's not the point of my video today. Today we're going to be talking about the tuck and roll seat, which I can't really show you because I'm sitting on it. And I've had it on for about a month now. So I've got to say, there's a lot of good things about it and not so many bad things. Or I shouldn't call them bad things, I should call them more drawbacks, because it's not such a big issue. And one of the things that I'm going to talk about that I didn't like, or not that I didn't like, it actually didn't fit, which is kind of funny to say because it's an original part from Suzuki made for this motorcycle. But no, it actually did not fit on the motorcycle when I first got the seat. So I'll explain more in a minute when I'm actually showing you guys the seat. But for the most part, I love it. I'm gonna tell you straight up, it's a great seat, I like it. But there is a couple things, like it gets a lot dirtier. Now, if you look at the original seat, it has little textured kind of, like, I don't know how to explain it. If you look at it really close, they look almost like squares or diamonds, the texture of the original seat. And it's almost like a rubberish feel, something kind of like a vinyl or a rubber. And to be honest with you, I've never really had an issue cleaning it or getting it dirty or anything like that. Now, with the new seat, the tuck and roll version, because of the way that it's shaped, because of all the tuck and roll like little crevices that there is, dirt really loves to collect in there. As well, it's harder to clean because of the fake like texture that they put on there for the leather to make it look like leather, because it's not, it's vinyl. But that texture makes it a lot harder to clean as well, because dirt likes to get in all those little grooves and it just likes to seep in there. And it's kind of just like with your hands, when you're cleaning your hands after working on a car or something like that and your hands are real dirty, it's harder to get it out of the fingerprints and out of the fine little grooves in your hand than it is to get it off of your palm or something like that. So it's the same idea. It's a little bit harder to get the dirt out of the grooves and out of the crevices, but it's not impossible. So I will say that's one negative thing. The other negative thing that I will mention is it didn't want to fit, which was kind of a pain in the butt. But I figured that out really quickly, and I'll show you guys the fix if you're having the same issue, or if you plan on getting the seat and you just want to make sure that you'll be able to get it to fit. So before I keep ranting on, let's go pull over and let me actually show you guys what I'm talking about, so you guys don't kind of look at me like I'm an idiot and it didn't actually fit. So let's pull over and I'll show you that right now. So, here we are, guys. Now, I will say again, I do love this seat, and I'm going to tell you guys the reasons why I love this seat right after I show you why it didn't fit. Now, I don't know if this is an issue that I was having, or if this is an issue because mine's a 2017 and this is made for the newer model. Maybe they switched something up. But it was right here. My problem was, you see this pin? It kind of slides in right here into this hole. And when you get the seat originally, it has an extended piece out to about here that tapers off. But it tapers off on the wrong side. It tapers off on the back side. So when you're sticking it in there, it's a big long flat piece, and it doesn't have any give to get in there. So I did actually get the seat on with that piece, and see right now, if I put the seat on, clicks in. It's in, no gaps anywhere. You guys can see it's seated properly. Before I did my mod, which basically all I did was cut that piece off with an X-Acto knife, very carefully, and the seat sat, but it bowed kind of like this, if you guys can see. And that was very ugly, and it didn't quite look right. It didn't sit right. When I sat on it, you could feel it was kind of not seated properly. Now, you can see it's not going anywhere. And basically what I did was I looked at my original seat that came with the motorcycle, and I matched this up to look like that one. This one is now exactly identical to the original, and I've basically just cut it with an X-Acto knife, nothing special, so that it would basically fit in here just like the original seat, because I was having an issue. Now, anybody who has the X, let me know if yours has this long pointy guy on the end of your seat and if it fits in there properly, because I don't know if they changed something on the internals of the seat here underneath, but I'm telling you, it didn't fit. Like, it would, but it wouldn't. So if you're having that issue, there's your fix. So if you're having that issue, there's your fix. That satisfying click. So let me try and finish this video up before the sun sets behind that building and we can't really see anything anymore. So, first thing I'm going to say is the break-in period was super quick. I think I only had to do about, I'd say 5 hours of sitting in the seat before it started to feel really comfortable. And I'm not talking about 5 hours continuous riding. I'm talking about I went for a ride for an hour, the next day was 2 hours, and then another day I went for a ride for another 2 hours, and then another day, whatever. It added up. By the time I was in the seat for 5 hours total, it was great. It was nice and comfortable. I didn't feel like it was a new seat or it was foreign to me. It felt great. I got used to it. The seat just felt awesome at that point. Now, I will say my original seat took a little bit longer to break in than that. But once broken in, that one is actually very comfortable too. If I was to rate them both out of 10, this, let's say, is a 10 out of 10, just for comparison's sake. That one I would give probably a 7. It's not that bad. If this is 100% comfort, that one is 70%. You're going to get uncomfortable once in a while, but it's not really night and day. It's not that bad. It's not as much as I thought it would be. So that brings me to my second point. It is more comfortable than the stock seat. It is actually a lot more plush, a lot more supportive. It doesn't grip you the same. When you're going around corners, you don't slide, but you don't have that same kind of, it's holding you in place like somebody's grabbing you with their hands kind of thing. Like the other seat, the stock one, is awesome. Whenever you're going around a corner, you can probably hang off that thing with one leg, and you're never falling off that bike unless you roll the bike, unless you slide the bike. But this one, it gets a little bit more slick because of the vinyl texture, the fake leather they tried to simulate here, or the leather they tried to simulate here and made it with the vinyl. It's kind of not slippery, but not the same as the original, I guess. Not what I'm used to. So if I can ride the original one for about 2 to 2.5 hours before getting uncomfortable and before having to actually walk around to get the blood flowing again and actually be able to get back on and enjoy myself, this one gives me an hour more. So I can get 3 to 3.5 hours straight riding without having to get off before I actually tell myself, okay, I need to stand up and walk around because I can't feel my ass anymore. This one is really good for that. You can go on longer rides. If you're a commuter, if you get stuck in traffic, your butt will thank you as well. Now, a lot of guys have been saying, like, oh, you can ride this bike for this long, you can ride that bike for that long. Guys, it's a motorcycle at the end of the day. It's not made for you to sit in it all day long, fucking 8 hours, and just keep riding. It's made for you to get out and be able to explore and do different things that you can't do in a car, which involves getting off your ass and walking around and seeing some new stuff, taking some pictures, eating something, using the bathroom, just general human stuff. So I don't understand where everybody's coming from, where they go, oh, it gets uncomfortable after 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, what the hell are you doing where you need to ride for 8 hours straight? If you're going on a commute out to whatever, you want to go on a long day trip, or you want to go on a rally or something with the guys, definitely do it. But I don't see anybody riding for 8 hours straight. I've been on day trips, I've been on long trips, I've been on rallies, I've been on group rides. You don't go and you don't sit on the bike the entire day. You get off for gas, for food, for random things, just taking pictures. People want to stop. You don't have to worry when people say, oh, I've heard it gets uncomfortable after 2 hours. Yeah, it gets uncomfortable after 2 hours straight. You get up for 10 minutes, walk around, you're mint. You can go ride for another 2 hours. So I don't really see where people have an issue with that. But that's enough of my rant. And my last point is, it looks great. If you guys actually look at this, compared to the stock one, it gives it a little bit of a different character. It gives it kind of like a cafe racer, sporty kind of look, especially with the meter visor that I have on there. It really flows nicely. I think it looks awesome. So, those are my thoughts, guys. Quickly to review, it's more comfortable than the stock seat. The break-in period is quick. It's definitely going to give you more riding time, and it looks good. So, there's 4 reasons to get it. 2 things that I would say that are drawbacks. It's harder to clean, and it doesn't fit on every bike right out of the store or right when they get it delivered to you. Unfortunately, that's the case. I showed you how to fix that. Let me know if you guys had that issue or if it's just me, because I'm kind of curious. But let's hop back on. Let's keep riding, and I'll tell you guys a couple more things that I've noticed while I've been using this seat for the past month. Another thing that I'll mention that you guys have probably considered yourselves is it gets a lot hotter. It actually heats up like crazy because it's black. So when you're riding around, your butt gets real warm, which isn't a bad thing on cooler days. But when it's like 35 degrees outside and you're already sweating through your underwear, it's not the best. But for the price, it's definitely worth it. I love the actual like riding feel of it. It gives you a nice connection to the bike, just like the original, with a little bit added comfort. And I would say that the seating position is pretty much the same, but it doesn't slope forward as much. I know a lot of people have been mentioning that the slope forward is kind of uncomfortable, and it doesn't have as much of a slope forward. Now, I think this is because on the SV650X, you've got clip-ons, so you're already leaning over a bit, and that slope forward wouldn't really be comfortable when you're in that leaned over position. So I think that's what that's all about. I don't know why they did it on the original one, but it didn't really bother me that much. I'm just noticing that this one's a little bit more flat. Now, we are getting to the end of the season here, so we are going to be pretty much going and putting on all our maintenance items soon. Ooh, what was that? Whatever that was, made my front wheel skip. That was a little bit unsettling. But like I said, we're going to be going and putting on all our maintenance items. I'm going to be doing the air filter, the oil change. I got to go get myself all the parts. I have not done that yet. And we're going to clean the chain. I don't know if anybody wants to see that. It's pretty much a standard chain. Anybody can clean a chain. But going to do some other things. I think somebody asked me to do a coolant top-up and some services like that. So if there's any services you guys want to see on these SV650s, let me know. I'm happy to do it. It's about that time of year. It's getting cold over here. For all you guys that live in a warmer climate or can ride all year round, all I gotta say is no, I'm joking. Enjoy it, guys. I wish I lived there. If I could, I would move to California right now. Personally, I think that living in Canada is great and all. We have some awesome roads and some awesome scenery, but the weather is not something I can get used to. Even though I was born here, I don't like the cold. I don't think anybody does. So maybe in the coming months I can take a trip down to Arizona or California or something like that, maybe even Texas, because my brother's girlfriend lives there, so he will be traveling there for sure. Maybe I'll tag along with him. And if you guys know anywhere I can rent a motorcycle over there so I don't have to take Susie with me, beautiful. We can do some reviews on some different bikes, we can go for some rides on some different roads, and I think that would be an awesome time. But back to the seat for a second. If you guys are on the fence, go for it 100%. For the price, you can't go wrong. It's OEM quality, so you're not going to be buying something that's worse than what you have on the bike now. You're not downgrading at all. Believe me, you'll be happy with it. And since it's the end of the season, I want to show you guys some awesome rides and some awesome roads. So if you guys want to see that, let me know, and I'll take you guys with me when I go out to the countryside. We can go into some of these twisty back roads and the country roads. You can go back there and we can actually see some nice foliage, because it's going to be the time of year where we're going to be getting some wicked colors out here. And I can show you guys some of my favorite roads, because I don't know if that's something that's interesting to you. I don't know if I want to be taping shit that's going to be boring. So let me know if you guys want to see the scenery and the roads around here, and what kind of rides I have planned, and what kind of things I'm going to be doing, and the beautiful scenery, and just show you guys some of my other rides other than the reviews and stuff I've been doing lately, because I'm just trying to cater to you guys, cater to the audience, and make some videos you guys want to watch. So if there's something else you guys want to see, let me know, drop me a line. You know that I'm happy to do it. But I think that's going to end off today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to leave me a like and a comment, and please consider subscribing. If you do, hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I've got a lot of good ones planned, so hopefully I'll see you there with me. But until next time, guys, ride safe out there. Peace.